Hey listeners, Kyle aka Player 2 from Arcade Bros. You are enjoying another show from the Four-Eyed Radio Network, The Fern. For more shows, visit foureyedradio.com.
Hey there, Eric here from Socially Awkward Studios, and this Four-Eyed Radio presentation is being proudly brought to you by Raven Designs, illustration and design that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com.
Say file corrupted.
Hey, paisanos! It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. If your sink is in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers. Hooked on the brothers.
Hey, what a wonderful time of day. I mean, the Arthur theme song. Remember that cartoon, Arthur?
Yeah, I still kind of watch it.
And get along with each other. It's the intro.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. I don't remember. I mean, I remember seeing it, but I haven't seen it in forever.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So video games.
This is Prometheus.
This is Bobbybeatle.
This is Agamemnon.
This is Say File Corrupted. I feel like it's been a while since we did this.
It's been a good while.
My schedule at work is really shitty. So, yeah. that's about it. But yeah, have you been playing any games lately?
I played a little bit. I've been still trying to beat Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on the third boss.
Yeah, you told me you were getting stuck because of an upgrade?
Yeah.
What was that upgrade?
It's supposed to, like, stop, basically all the people that are that are augmented are, like, flipping out. And so it screws up your radar and any upgrades that you got.
So is that the choice that that dragon chick, whatever, the lady that you find in the...
No, you go to the lamb clinic.
Lamb clinic?
And they're just like, they're like...
Limb. Like a limb.
Yeah, I think that's
limb.
Yeah,
he said lamb.
L-I-M-B.
Same
like
thing.
leg of lamb.
I thought it was when you said
exactly, limb. A leg of lamb
leg of
is
limb.
limb.
Leg of limb.
Legolas.
Leg of limb.
I'm just trying to think of, because I never had that issue, but I know I've heard of people like saying you can like choose to get that upgrade or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just funny, because I never upgrade anything in my personal life.
Yeah.
But for some reason I was fooled in this video game, because I thought you had to get it.
Do you hoard praxis points like you do money? You just spend that shit?
I usually have at least like 6, because like I'll save them until I get into a situation where I need them.
Yeah,
Whereas like a guy
sure.
will throw like a gas grenade, I'm like, well, upgrade, now I'm immune.
That's true. When I'm in like a crossroads, I get like 1 praxis point. I'm like, I have just enough to either buy a health upgrade or like a stealth upgrade or a hacking upgrade. So I was just like, I'm not going to spend it. Whichever one I need next, I'll upgrade that. So it usually works out. Like if I need a hack first, I was like, I can just make it easier and just upgrade the hack. It's like, yeah.
Well, I'm just constantly hacking everything and killing everybody, so I try to get as many points as possible.
When you get hacking 4, you can start taking over the robots as well.
Yeah.
And that's where they just kill everybody.
When I got to that, I'm like, oh, that's how I used to beat this game before.
Yeah.
Because, they literally, like, you just sit back and just watch them all die. But somehow because I can kill the robots fairly easily, even without an EMP. But those guys who have, like, more armor, more people, and better weapons, they can't seem to figure it out.
You see Minority Report?
Yeah.
Where he, like, runs through and, like, shoots a window out?
Uh-huh.
Or, like, runs through a window? That's how it looks like every time I see a robot in Deus Ex. I just leave and, like, shoot the nearest window, like, in the office, and just, like,
just dive through.
Yeah. I didn't even try. They kill me, because I never upgrade my health. So I depend on stealth, like, 100%.
Yeah. What's this stealth you speak of?
Yeah, so I die, like, Rainbow Six style. Like, I get shot a couple of times, I'm just down, like, brrr.
Dude, one time, it was so awesome. One of the robots was coming after me, and I'm at the top of the stairs. And it has wheels, so it can't come up. So I just sit there just poking out, using the cover system, shooting it, going back in, shooting it, and it can't even... I don't think it can even turn its turrets up. So it couldn't shoot me at all. I think it kind of glitched out, though, because I think it should have been able to shoot me.
Yeah.
So I just blew it up, and it couldn't do anything.
Nice.
So I was pretty excited. But yeah, so I'm stuck on that boss. I haven't played it since. I know how to beat it now.
Yeah, and as far as that, that's like one of my favorite games. We talked about it before, but just sort of like the boss battles are like the most awkward things about the game.
Yeah, they're frustrating because the whole game is like, play it however you want. If you want to be stealthy, you can completely be non-lethal.
The game itself works good besides.
And then you get to the boss, and it's like, everything you've done up until this point no longer applies, and you have to beat the boss in a very specific way.
Yeah, they're set at a place, and you really need health to take all the hits, because you have to take a hit here and there.
Well, oh my god, they kill you so quickly.
Yeah, even if you have like a full health upgrade and like adrenaline pills and stuff, like, it's still pretty tough.
So, yeah.
Actually, with PlayStation Plus, I recently got Metro Last Light.
Oh, okay. How's that been?
It's really good. It's not really too interested in stories for FPSs because they're all kind of like military nowadays. It's just kind of like the same stuff over and over. The terrorist threat, whatever.
I need the football.
Yeah, I need the football. Chuck Bauer, I need the football. But because I love Bad Company. That's like, I love that because it has a story, has something unique about it, and like, Bioshock Infinite, that's FPS, but it's a very unique FPS. It's not just you have a gun and you run around. So I felt that way about Metro because it just looks like just like a regular shooter, but like with it, like you have like a, because I don't know, I think Metro 2088 or 2033, whatever it's called. Apparently it's just like that, but like you have your guns, so you have like 2 different weapons, or you have 3 different weapons you can carry at one time. Yeah. And you have a flashlight, and the flashlight goes out, so you have a battery charger that you have to charge the flashlight. Yeah. And then you also have a compass and a lighter. Gotcha. And then you have some other stuff too, and then you have a clipboard, like what the compass is on, and so you use all of these tools to get like through like these creepy ass levels, and like everything's underground, and we have to venture to the surface. Like you only stay up in the surface for like a few minutes. You'd be like, when you go into the surface, you watch your back, and like the surface is all like kind of like how the Matrix described what happened like to the skies and stuff.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah. It scorched the skies.
Yeah, basically like nuclear fallout. So like it's all radiation up on the surface. Anyways, you just have all this cool stuff because it's not just like you just walking around with the gun waiting for a next enemy. Yeah. It's like these weird creatures or like spiders or webs. So you have a lighter, you have your flashlight, which is like the supernatural enemies. You have to shine your light on them to weaken them, so then you can shoot them when they become weakened. So with the flashlight running out of battery, and then you having to switch to the battery charger to charge up the flashlight, and coming back, and you can't use your gun.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because you can use your lighter with your gun. So sometimes when like if you don't have a flashlight to shine on, you have to get up and close and just like have to like burn them. So you have like a lighter and then like you're shooting at it. Nice. So it's really crazy all the tools that you can utilize in like an FPS view. So
can you literally like Last Light?
Yeah. It literally is. It has a really good atmosphere, and I really like the games that they utilize like the whole controller in like a really intuitive way. Because all you do is like you hold L2 and then shift through with the D-pad. You hold R2 and shift through with the right stick. So it's just very simple to like switch to the charger up, switch to the flashlight up, turn on the certain bullets, and like they use bullets as currency. There's one last thing that's pretty clever. For a world that has no currency, the most valuable thing is bullets. Gotcha. So it's clever that you pick a bullet. Your bullets are your currency. Yeah. So you can either choose to spend your, like, the smart thing is to spend your currency on upgrades and stuff. Yeah. But they're bullets, so you also need to use your bullets to shoot. So it's pretty cool how that works out, So you have bullets as currency, but you use those bullets as also your ammo.
Do you have any situations where you're paying some guy and you're like, I'm going to pay you with these bullets, and then
but
you shoot him?
It's not all like that.
You'll pay with your life.
It depends on the difficulty, but you get a good amount of ammo. But it's like a certain type of like bullet stuff, like, so you can like use those bullet, like the currency bullets, like if you run, like if you like, well, there's like different types of bullets, I'm pretty sure, because you get like the currency bullets that you can spend, and so you have like your regular bullets. If you run out, you can start using those and like putting them in your guns, but you're also wasting your currency.
So Rambo would be abreast with currency.
So that's when you go in with your knife and your lighter. So you have a lighter in one hand, your knife in the other, just like, let's do it.
Can you use the clipboard as a melee weapon?
No, your clipboard just serves. It has like your notes on it, so it really kind of eliminates any kind of menus. You can just look at your menus, but it's cool. Like they try to eliminate any kind of menus. So he basically just pulls up the clipboard, has your objective, and has a little compass, like kind of like pinned to it. Like you just put like a paper pin to it, pin a compass, and the compass is like it points to the direction of the objective. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, how like it has everything just like right there at your fingertips, and you can use the lighter with like any weapon. So you just like have your lighter open. Like, so that's about it on that. I haven't beaten it yet. I've gotten to the theater section, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but I've had a lot of fun so far. So
then you should be able to beat people with a clipboard. Like if you're checking out the map and someone runs up and you just backhand them, and it's bloody and you can't read it anymore.
I haven't beaten it, bro. It's probably like a hidden option that we don't even know about. You just boom, boom.
Something you buy with your currency.
Yeah, with your bullets.
Yeah.
I got 5 bullets, bro.
You put like a bayonet on it.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure how the bullet currency works. I haven't gotten to a point where I've gotten to any merchants.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what it kind of just like on the road. I just got out of the surface. So I'm like in the second chapter. So
the merchants, is it like the Oregon Trail?
Well, I don't know like where to spend. I haven't gotten to a point to get to a person to spend the currency. So I really don't know how the store works right now. I just know that they told you that bullets are valuable. So I'm still trying to find out like if they're particular bullets or like how much is a lot. So I really haven't run it. So I haven't played that much at all.
Gotcha.
I played it much for them to introduce me to all the features, but I haven't I don't know how the store stuff works. So I don't know if there's someone that sells stuff or like a store. So we'll find out.
It seems like you kind of barter with people that you would come across.
I'm assuming so, but I guess I just haven't run into
I'll
those
give
kind
you
of
this
people.
box of 10 bullets if you give me that box of 10-piece chicken McNuggets. Deal.
I'm kind of surprised like light bulbs and chargers aren't like more, since light is the most important thing.
Yeah,
it's just
how come there's no
so
prevalence with that.
No, there is actually a prevalence with that. It's because you said there's light bulbs in everywhere. There's a lot of interactable objects. So if there's like a light bulb on, sometimes you need to be in the dark because there's also humans are pretty dangerous as well.
Yeah.
Like literally the population of everybody living underground,
most
like all the
dangerous
humans. Well, yeah, there's like less than. I think there's less than. They said there's 250,000 people after the whole incident, and when everybody
The
went,
whole world?
yeah,
Or just
so-
in like Miami?
well, in this metro, in the
and
metro,
they're all assholes.
so the metro is just a huge underground city of like tunnels and pipes and like underground sewage and stuff. So it's not nice.
Moving to Metro.
Yeah, exactly.
Hugo.
Just because the surface is completely unlivable. I don't know if they talk about the globe. I'm very new to the series, but basically, out of like the 250,000 people that survived, they said that there's less than a quarter of that left in the metro. So they didn't give an exact number. That's just what, like he said.
Yeah.
There's less of a quarter of that living in the metro. So you have people that are looking for you because you're working for an organization down there doing something. So not too into the story. I don't know what exactly my purpose is yet, but we're going out on some mission. But you have to be in the dark because there's a stealth system. So you have to turn off your flashlight. So light is very prominent in every respective way. So you have to turn off your flashlight, and then there's light bulbs everywhere, obviously, because they need the light to keep away the creatures.
Yeah.
But you can go up to any light bulb and unscrew it.
Can you shoot them Splinter Cell style?
Yeah, you can. You can shoot a ball, but unscrewing them is definitely the best. And like every weapon has a silence version of it.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3, where you're running around and you find different types of certain weapons. Like this one has a silencer attachment. Exactly like that. Like you find the same weapon, but it has like a different
like story
attachment.
mode, or when you pick up someone else's stuff in the Battlefield.
Exactly. It's like, oh, he has my same gun, but this one has a silencer on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
different
like that.
attachments and skins.
Yeah. So I recommend it. It's currently free on PlayStation for PlayStation Plus members right now for the month. So.
Let me guess. You're a PlayStation Plus member.
Yes, I am. Probably.
Ooh.
If you don't have one, you gotta pay.
Actually, how is that? I always wondered if it was worth it for $50.
It is. They get about 4 to 5 free games a month. Xbox creaming themselves over. They have the one free game a month. PlayStation Plus has always had like 4 or 5. Journey, I think Journey, Battlefield 3, BioShock Infinite, and Uncharted 3 were free last month.
Okay.
They have good
you played
titles.
Journey?
Huh? I haven't played Journey. I didn't get
You
it.
should have played Journey.
Yes, all you need to do, whatever
really
they have
good.
for free, is like you just start the download and cancel it, and now it's in your download history. So now
cool.
you always have it. But I need to play Journey. That's true.
Yeah.
I heard it's a really cool experience, and I think you were telling me about everything I know about it as far as like the multiplayer, and it's like there's no voice communication, I guess, in the multiplayer.
No. You just meet a person that'll team you up with them if you guys end up starting the same level with the same everything, pretty much. As far as like unlocking whatever's in the level, like if you just like started a level and there's nothing in there.
So you told me you got like a white outfit, like a longer scarf or something like that.
Yeah, after you beat the whole game, you get all the little. There's like 10 ancient pieces that you have to get in each level, and then if you collect all those pieces, I guess they help unlock a story, and then you get the white robe, which is like infinite robe energy, which is also your jump function. So the longer your scarf is, not robe, your scarf. But you have you start with this little like tiny 2-foot piece of scarf. Not even 2 foot. It's like 12-inch piece of scarf. And so you can make a little quick jump. But every time you collect these white orbs, there's about 3 or 4 in every level. I think there's like there's about 2 to 3 in every level. I think there's like 6 in one of them.
Yeah.
Or 4 in one of them. And the more you collect, the longer your scarf is. So your scarf can get to like as long as like 12, 13 feet.
Nice.
So you can make a pretty big leap, you know. But you still have to be really conservative, because when you start the game, you're a red robe. So that stuff doesn't replenish. You have to find these little magical scarves that replenish your scarf. So then you're running around with this energy, and then you're being really conservative. But when you're a white robe, as soon as you touch, excuse me, as soon as you touch the ground, it starts replenishing itself, and then you can just jump again.
Oh, nice.
And you can just kind of run around and do whatever you want.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. But there's no attacking, there's no like real inherent enemy, and you're not fighting anybody. So it's very much like a Team Ico game, except
nice.
There's no enemy to fight. You're just
kind of exploring.
Yeah, it's a small exploratory area, and then the end, you just pretty much die. But it's just like when you get to the end, it's all nice and happy, and it's just really feel good. And it's like 2.5 to 3 hours of just chilling and running up, and hopefully you meet someone and then you're helping each other out, trying to get through the level.
Yeah, that's what I like about the Team Ico games as well. That you mentioned is that it's very about the ambiance. There's not very many words.
Yeah.
Like ever.
You get absorbed in the music. You get absorbed in like there's one setting where there's just like nothing but sand everywhere, but the way they have the sun reflect off of it, it's got this like copper gold feel to it.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's almost magical. It's just really nice feeling, and you're just running through in this really happy music, and it's like sunset.
Yeah.
It's like dusk. And you can't even really see your character, but you just see all this like shimmering like color of copper, bronze, and gold all meshed together, and it's like a painting in itself. It's just like if anyone ever said that games can't be artistic, and you saw that, like this is like straight out of like What Dreams May Come kind of thing. It's just like the visuals and the imagery in it. It's just really incredible. And I think I've gone into length about the game before, but I definitely highly recommend it. It's a really awesome game. So
yeah, I gotta check it out.
Sounds like a great advertisement for scarves.
It really is.
If you were ever on the fence, definitely would get that. But yeah, I was gonna ask. Now you've been playing Lego Marvel Superheroes.
I have.
That game.
It's very excellent. It's a lot of fun, and I haven't played a Lego Marvel game since like the first Star Wars one that came out.
Yeah, Lego Star Wars. Yeah,
Lego Star Wars. I think.
I played a little Lego Batman a long while back.
Yeah, I never played the Lego Batmans, but this one's a lot of fun. And for what it's worth, there's a lot of characters. The stories, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's short, but it's not long.
Yeah.
But a lot of that you're spending just collecting like Lego points.
I see.
Whatever what they call them in the game. But yeah, you get addicted to just collecting those. And me, like you want to blow everything up to collect as many, because then you get rewarded for it. You get the I forget you unlock, but you unlock gold bricks for everything you do, and you have to unlock a ton of, like, up to 250 gold bricks in the game.
So is it just a bunch of short stories?
No, it's all leading. Dude, it's literally like Ultimate Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like everything leads to Galactus.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that's what it is. But you don't, like, I figure just from the beginning of the game, like if you're looking at the home screen, see Silver Surfer flying through. It's like he timed it.
He did it. Waiting for you.
I only saw his little trail.
But Galactus doesn't come out till the end, but it gets hinted at like midway through the game. But even before that, like, why is the Silver Surfer being signaled out? And then the whole thing is like all the villains are teaming together to collect the power cosmic that he spilled from his because his surfboard breaks apart, and then he's like in critical condition the entire game. So I haven't figured out. I'm pretty sure he's an unlockable character, but I haven't got to him yet.
Silver Surfer?
Yeah, Silver Surfer.
Is Gambit in the game?
I unlocked him, actually.
Is Rogue in the game?
I haven't unlocked her, but yes.
In this game, I approve.
It's got Iceman. It even has freaking Beast and nice. Archangel. I have Archangel and I have Psylocke.
Dang.
What about
Nightcrawler? Yeah, he's got to be because he's in the game. I believe he was. No, you know what? I don't know that he was. I don't think he was in the game.
What about Young Patriot?
Yeah, there's no Young... You'd think there would be Young Avengers, but there wasn't.
What was the other one?
Even Colossus
like Morph or something?
Morph, he's not in it.
What was the kid from Young Avengers that chose to look like Hulk?
Oh, Hulkling?
The half-scroll kid or whatever?
Hulkling?
Yeah.
They don't count as characters.
Teddy?
What about the Runaways? Are they in this?
No, they're not. You would think they would be a little more popular, but they're not.
What about the next wave?
Yeah, next wave. Sorry.
The Thunderbolts.
I don't even know if Ghost Rider's in it. I'm pretty sure he is. I want to say I unlocked him.
Well,
but it's a lot of fun, man. Like the story is okay, but there is like a real like if you're playing with a friend, there's a pretty big sense of teamwork in it all.
Mm-hmm.
And Iron Man, just to go off a little tangent, Iron Man has like 8 different suits.
Not surprising.
So you go with the regular Mark 6, and it does a couple of things that you needed to do, but then later you get the Mark 42, which is from like the Iron Man 3.
Oh, okay.
And then you have like a laser when you hold down circle.
Yeah.
And then the other one you're just holding down so that you could focus. Like it's like a pulse move, like a little pulse bomb. Kind of like think of like the repulsor blast.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you do the H part, the bomb part.
Yeah.
It's like that.
You have a proton cannon?
No, you don't. But then I unlocked
8 suits and no cannon.
there's like a level where they run into Magneto, and Magneto strips him of his armor.
Nice.
So then I think they're in I think you're in Stark Tower, and so you run in. You get the OG silver suit, like the original Iron Man suit. So you're running around in that, but it doesn't fly. It just kind of hovers, and it just does basic stuff. But it's still like a lot of fun. And then you have like the heroic age one, and I think there's 2 more that I haven't unlocked yet.
Nice.
You know, I think it's funny.
And then there's also a Hulkbuster Iron Man.
Oh, nice. So I was gonna say, I think it's funny how the Lego Marvel game, which is like, it's kind of like a simplified Marvel universe. But even they have the wherewithal to be like, hey, if Iron Man fought Magneto's going to own him in, like, seconds, because he's, his entire suit's made out of metal. Because they have some issues of, like, X-Men or Avengers or whatever, and Iron Man will square off against Magneto. It's like, you guys didn't, like, plan it, so he's as far away from Magneto on the battlefield as possible.
Yeah,
like, he's going to be your point man against Magneto.
That's hilarious.
Like, he should just stay home.
Yeah, we also got Iceman.
Yeah, Ice Beam for days. Doesn't take no chip damage.
Yeah, Iceman's pretty dope too. He kind of can like slide around.
Nice.
He can't really. The one thing I hate the most about mutant characters, is that all the flying characters don't fly.
Oh, lame.
So like you're sitting here looking at Iron Man, and then you can double tap so he flies faster.
That's so badass.
None of the mutants can do that. They just hover. Yeah, it almost is because like Storm, Jean, and Magneto, all flying characters, can only hover.
That's lame.
They can't fly the way Iron Man does, and even like I think Archangel is the only one that can actually like fly, like the way Iron Man flies.
Yeah.
Even Black Bolt, who I don't even think inherently has actual flying powers,
I want to hear him scream.
Yeah, I mean because Black Bolt's even in the game.
Did the Friends of Humanity make this game?
Yeah, they must have.
Black Bolt.
I mean, Howard the Duck is in this game for crying out loud.
Oh wow.
We even got like Mini Sentinel. You always fight the big versions, but when you unlock them, they all turn into like small versions.
Oh, I see.
So like we beat Galactus at the end. Me and Hibiki.
Is that Nova?
Yeah, Nova.
Bring out Nova.
So then we got small version Galactus. There's also a Pepper Potts version of Iron Man, which is called Rescue. And instead of like a molten flame, it's like love, a love beam. It's pretty cool, and it's got all like the little hearts and stuff that are flying around it, like particles.
All I know now, if Howard the Duck is in the game, like any major Marvel character, if they miss them, I'm gonna be pissed.
Nova's so sick
because it's just like that's just ridiculous. Like if like Iron Fist isn't in the game, or even Luke Cage.
Well, actually, Luke Cage was like I think the second character I unlocked on my own. Yeah.
Well then,
there's quite a bit.
Is Hope in the game?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that sucks is it's like a Capcom SNK style, where it's like you do like the little things to get the characters, like you get the icons. So there's ones with question marks as you see, and there's ones that are just blacked out. All the blacked out ones are ones I've collected.
Yeah.
But then you still have to spend the money to buy them.
Oh, I see.
So like I got Spider-Woman and She-Hulk. So the ones that I've actually unlocked are the ones that were like, yeah, these are the ones that I actually do want.
Gotcha.
Like you got to beat Akuma to be able to unlock him to purchase Akuma.
Yeah.
To get more points to get him.
Yeah.
That's this game even has freaking Toad.
What happens when a Toad gets legalized? The same thing that happens to every other character.
Yeah. So I mean, in that sense, it's a really fun game. So
But it sounds like it has longevity, even though it kind of sucks. Where it's like you have to buy all the characters to unlock. But it's just like, well,
can Spider-Man web sling?
Yeah.
Away web.
So, like, yeah, I got Gamora yesterday, so now I spend $150 to unlock her. There she is. Boom.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Guardians.
Yeah, you get Carnage, Venom. I mean, there's just a shit ton of characters in this game.
Nice.
Pardon my French.
I see Cap.
Yeah, Cap's cool. And I guess a lot of these dudes have extra uniforms, but I haven't... I just beat the game last night.
Oh, nice.
Or the night before.
Yeah.
No, it was last night. No. I don't know. It was within the last 24
Whenever
hours.
it was.
Who's that, like, in the middle?
Right here?
Yeah.
That's Hulkbuster.
Hulkbuster.
And then Juggernaut.
He looks like a really bloated
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, they're huge. Like, the huge characters are pretty cool.
Oh, dang.
They all function the same, more or less. Like, they grab ladders and then just hop up.
Nice. Wow, he's literally like 3 times the size.
It's tight.
See the way it hovers?
Uh-huh.
Like, he can't fly. This is what the mutants do as well.
I see.
They can just kind of hover over things.
That's so weird.
Lego, you disgusting
I mean, it makes
bigots.
sense for this.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna write them a nasty email. Like, how dare you not have the mutants fly? Well, I guess moving on from Lego topics.
Yeah.
Let's have a couple news articles to get into. So a game that I'm very excited about, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. So apparently we're going to be getting more Metal Gear sooner than we thought. But it's also going to be a lot shorter than we anticipated. So basically the talk of the town is that Metal Gear Solid 5 is going to be split in between Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes. And Ground Zeroes is only going to be about 2 hours long. And, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And so they're going to be selling the digital version for $20 and the physical copy for $30.
Does it say what consoles it's releasing on?
Or how they even justify the price?
Because you get a free eye patch.
I would hope so.
It's going to be on pretty much the current gen, the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and on the Xbox One, and on whatever that other one is, 360.
Don't have to upgrade yet.
Yeah, that was the thing I was excited about. It's like, all right, I understand. I guess for me, it's like the price is pretty steep, but I want Metal Gear and I want it now, so I'm excited. I get that it's kind of a shafting. It really shouldn't be any more than $10 to $15.
Yeah.
And especially if you buy the retail, like to buy the physical copy, $30. That is way too much. $20. If you really want it, which I do, that doesn't bother me that much. But $30 that's ridiculous.
You know, in all honesty, it's a reason. It's the way pricing should go, or should have been since we've gotten like digital download. Since digital download has literally been a thing. And not just a thing, but it's the new form of payment.
It's the new Coke.
And that sounds really like kind of confusing, but it's it's like even like if you order pizza online or if you call on telephone, you're still going to get the pizza.
Yeah.
At least in physical form. But I mean, here it's like, well, you can either go to the store and get the game, or you can go ahead and download it now.
Yeah.
But you're going to pay the same price. And I think that's always been the issue. As opposed to, and not to get too off topic, but as opposed to, okay, well, if I'm getting the digital version, I'm not getting a physical copy anytime. It's not like I'm getting both. It's not like when I go buy a Blu-ray and it's a DVD ultraviolet combo as well, and you're paying $30 for that, as opposed to just paying $15 for the DVD, or $24.99 for the Blu-ray ultraviolet pack, but then you pay $30 for all 3.
Yeah.
And then it comes with added features and bonus. Like, okay, well, you know, $30. I would never pay $30 for that, but there's people that find value within that, and that's fine. Because if you're willing to pay that, then that's great. But it's like, okay, like Metal Gear, that's a perfect example of how pricing should be. To where it's like, okay, well, you can get the physical copy for $30 because they took the time to go and make it. But uploading it and everyone pulling from the same file, the same server to get the same game, and there's no physical version, it's just literally on your hard drive for $20, $10 cheaper than getting it physical and saving yourself the time and effort. Okay, then that's reasonably priced, as opposed to getting RDR or Borderlands, you know, Game of the Year edition that's out now for $50 at the store or digital. It's the same price. You know, that to me that's always like the unfair thing. It's like, well, I mean that should have been changed like long ago. You know, once digital downloading, digital pricing became a thing, it's like, all right, well then that should be the discount price. So when new games come out, it should be $45-$50 and not the full on $60. Like that still never made sense to me. I guess that's my point.
Yeah. And as far as the pricing point, I think I know I know where the $30 is coming from. It does make sense because if as far as the pricing goes, like on for download and stuff for retail, like look at a game like for instance Journey is an indie game that costs about like $15 to $20, and it's always been that way. And so you're asking $10 to $15 more for a game that put millions more money into their game.
Yeah.
Like the amount of money spent on Ground Zeroes is easily tons more than people spent on Journey.
Yeah.
And then you see buying it, you see only like a $12 price difference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can see like they're just like, let's do it for $10 more because it's high quality 2-hour game.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping it's going to be. Well, I know it's going to be a high quality 2-hour game. I'm going to get it. Hideo Kojima doesn't do me wrong. But
he does me right.
But that's what I understand like it's a 2-hour game, like why pay like even that much? But
yeah.
I feel like the pricing that I see like on Xbox Marketplace and PlayStation, like their going stuff is like $15 to $20. So like $10 more for a new title that has it's like a AAA, AAA budget would it makes sense for the $30, but
well, it's $30 for the physical copy.
For the physical copy, so,
and it's $20 for the digital download.
So that's so I still think it's a really awesome deal in that case. Yeah.
The thing that people were having a problem with was that Kojima was kind of framing it in like we know that Metal Gear Solid 5 like Phantom Pain isn't coming out anytime soon. Like 2015 maybe. Well, probably not 2016, probably 2015.
Jesus.
So you're not going to see it anytime this year.
Yeah,
so
we
want to be able to let people play the game as soon as possible. So here's Ground Zeroes. And then people are saying, well, in the reality, they're spending so much R&D on Phantom Pain. It's like they're trying to recoup that money. And they felt like he's being very disingenuous, and that's why a lot of people were getting pissed off.
I guess as far as like my personal opinion, I mean, I don't mind paying $20 for a game like that because as far as digital download goes, I like to have a game where I can just turn on and play for a little bit of time. And like a 2-hour game like Ico that I like playing a lot, like you can just turn it on and breeze through it.
Yeah.
And eventually you beat it like an hour or something. And it's a fun experience. That's what I do for my game of perfect example of a game that I do on a constant basis is the Prince of Persia, the Ubisoft remake, like my favorite. Yeah, POP. I have that game downloaded. That game doesn't have much to it. You can beat it really, really fast, or you can take your time on it. But just the fact that you can just start it up, you can just play it without having to worry about anything else. It's just a short game. It's got just a few elements to it. So it's like my go-to game when I just want to like watch something and just like play just just a game, just run around and just do a couple stuff, and not have to immerse myself too much into it, So I feel like what's going to be Ground Zeroes to me. If it's only like 2 hours, I'd see like being able to go back and like run through it on certain occasions, run through it like more than a few times.
Plus, there's all like the unlocks and all the special stuff that there's always,
Yeah, exactly. So. I'm sure it's gonna be high quality.
For me, it's like, I don't know, most other games I probably would be bitching about it like $20, but it's Metal Gear Solid.
I am giving a lot of leeway on that because Metal Gear Solid hasn't disappointed me since Sons of Liberty.
Yeah.
Well, and with the Guns of the Patriots was kind of bad. But still, I love Metal Gear.
Well, that's the thing. Every other one is really great. And
every other one.
So all the odd numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it a pass.
What were the two? There's the handheld ones. There's Peace Walker and
there's Peace Walker 1 and 2. There's also Metal Gear. What was it now? Because there was Acid, but that was the card game. I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of what it is now.
Yeah, but I want to know if one of those was bad and the other one was good.
Yeah, those are the ones I never played.
Peace Walker and it's gonna kill me.
I almost want to say it's like Go or something, but that's not what it is.
Counter-Strike Go.
It does. Yeah, I was thinking like
Metal Gear Solid Global Offensive.
Metal Gear Solid U.
Yeah, but
Spec Ops or something like that.
Portable Ops.
Portable
Ops.
Yeah.
Nice assist, Jay.
Yes.
You get 75 points. Carlo got the full 100 because he got the kill.
Prometheus.
Shit. Prometheus.
Over 30 episodes.
I can't even blame it that I'm sleepy. I do that all the time.
Still retconning strong.
But yeah, so I don't know. I have no idea how good those games are. I'll probably play them eventually. Another part of the collection now. Well, one of the many collections. But either way, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm ready for some Metal Gear Solid action. So $20 to me, it's like I spend $20 on pizza, which does not last 2 hours. I can't re-eat that pizza like a month later for 2 hours. This game I can replay.
Yeah. This is one good thing about PlayStation.
Yeah, but pizza keeps you alive.
So does Metal Gear. You learn very important skills. If you're ever stuck in the wild and Big Boss gets killed, you got to camouflage yourself and kill an alligator and eat it and use its head as camouflage. You'll know.
Or how landmines
Hey, you do. All you have to do is crawl over a claymore mine to defuse it.
how claymores can kill tanks.
You can ricochet bullets.
Yeah, ricochet bullets.
Oh, what another thing about Ground Zeroes? Since it's coming out, like I haven't like spent like full money on the game since like this baby right here, Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I haven't really needed to because I have, like, Skyrim, which is, like, a year's worth of gameplay. And, like, so if I ever, like, want to, like, get bored, like, there's always that game to play. Mm-hmm. And, like, I'm playing, like Last Light right now. Okay. So, it's like, I literally have, like, no reason to buy a game because it's, like, it's either, like, Last Light, whatever random game I'm trying to play through, then there's Skyrim to fall back on. If anything else, you know, like, there's always all gameplay in that. And then I play Marvel most of the time. Mm-hmm. So, it's like, I really haven't needed to buy a game, haven't been interested in any other games. Mm-hmm. Like, I only recently wanted to play Splinter Cell Blacklist again, just because I've been watching 24 so much. I just want to be in a government game, top secret government atmosphere.
Yeah, what I want to know.
But that's kind of what I'm excited for Metal Gear Ground Zeroes coming out earlier because I've always looking forward to Watch Dogs and the Metal Gears and Last Guardian and like I'm glad he's releasing this early so at least I have one game I'm at least looking forward to because the next game I'm looking forward to isn't coming out till 2015 or something, you know. Yeah. The Last Guardian is the main one I'm looking forward to and it's not coming out.
20 question mark.
Yeah, so I'm actually excited to like buy a game, you know.
Yeah,
like, it's new. It's Hideo Kojima. It's Metal Gear, and it's
Kiefer Sutherland.
It's Kiefer Sutherland.
You know, it's funny because people were like saying that as another excuse. They're like, well, maybe that's why they're making it so expensive because he's got to get paid.
Dude, he's got that 24 money. He's got 8 seasons of 24 money. You know that guy doesn't need a check.
But he's got to use all that money to pay for all the therapy and all the things he's had to do to save the country.
He had actual heart attacks.
Yeah,
it's a real heart attack.
He was really addicted to heroin. You know how much that takes for all that.
Those events happen in real time.
I'm surprised there wasn't like a really popular like 24 the video game that was literally 24 hours long.
Were we talking about that before the podcast?
I think they did make a video game, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, I could imagine that. It's, obviously, I can't recall it, but
I think if it exists, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna do a let's play of it.
Oh, totally.
I would, yeah.
All 24 grueling hours of it. Oh.
Dude, someone just needs to.
What was that?
That was a terrorist.
Was that the Hibiki?
I don't think so.
Was that upstairs?
Maybe.
I'm scared. No, I want
Tony Almeida.
It was Tony Almeida. Jack, come on, bruh. I'm the only other competent person in the show.
Those Jack shoot somebody in the heart.
Dude.
Come on, you can't keep doing that, Jack.
Okay, this is cool. Tony Almeida, just to put it in perspective, Tony Almeida is like a 32-year-old
special op version.
Yeah, he's like a 30-something-year-old counter-terrorist. You know, what do they call him? The director? CTU. Yeah, he's the youngest person I've seen in that show that has like such a Danny Glover attitude. Like I'm too old for this shit.
Yes, he really does.
Tony walks around with like a hunch. Like he's tired. Like when you start talking to Tony, he's already tired of what you're saying because he already knows a better answer.
Yeah,
he's just like, no, we're doing this. Why? Because Jack said we're doing this, but we need to do this. Jack said, and I'm backing Jack. What after all these seasons? What makes you think I'm doing it? Anyways, that's what I feel.
Okay, so they had a 24 on PS2, and right now it's currently selling for the retail price of $9.98.
You know, there's a PS2 like 12 feet away from us, if even.
I gotta find the review.
Dude, if you buy it, how much is it? Is it like $10?
Oh, for the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, $10.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's $10.
I don't know if it's even worth $10, but we'll find out. So, listeners, that's something to look forward to. We'll do a Let's Play of 24, and we'll see if it's worthy of Jack Bauer's face.
Oh, man, I can't wait. No,
horribly rendered on the cover.
Spoilers, we're going to murder people without them knowing.
And they're going to tell us what we want to know.
Agamemnon. We found 24 on PS2.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, $10.
$10.
Let's get it.
So that Let's Play is upcoming whenever we get that PS2 disc.
And the Let's Play will be in real time.
In real time? It's going to take us 24 hours to beat this game.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of controller throwing.
Yeah, a lot of plot twists.
What a twist. Anyway, the next topic we got here is apparently Microsoft investors want the new CEO. I guess Microsoft has a new CEO, Satya Nadella. Sounds like a brand of Nutella. But apparently...
Russian Nutella.
Yes, that's all right, comrade.
Satnyet.
But they want her or him to kill the Xbox.
Ooh.
It says two influential Microsoft shareholders... they want them to...
Kill it?
Yeah. I'm trying to find the rest of that sentence. Okay.
Yeah, that's not the first I've heard of that. I remember... I could have swear I remember reading a while back, and I think we even talked about it on one of the podcasts, was Microsoft were talking about selling off the Xbox
that's
brand.
right. Yeah, because they want to focus on Windows. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And so Xbox was just like, that makes them the least amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
which I kind of find that like, well, that's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, this is $1 billion company. This is a company that gave Bill Gates $40+ billion, income.
Yeah.
Throughout his life. I think he was at $90 billion at one point, and, like, literally gave half of it away.
Yeah.
To charities.
Yeah.
So that's pretty incredible.
He got sued for a good amount of it, I think, but...
Yeah.
He was probably like, you want to take my money away? I'm going to give it away.
Well, that's what it was. Yeah, they
well,
sued him for half.
Yeah.
And then they still couldn't pay off the debt.
When somebody sues you for an amount in the billions, and you still have billions left...
Yeah. Even if it's like 2 or 3 billion. But I mean, yeah, and then all the Xbox... The lifetime sales of the Xbox... Well, how many units did they sell? Like
320
something. Yeah, 360 units. It was like 123 million.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a lot of money in the long run. It's like maybe $1 billion. But it's like, yeah, I could see that how that seems like a drop in the hat when Windows 8 everyone hates is still selling billions of copies.
And Windows 9 on the way.
Oh, God.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Already?
Because Windows 8.1 is terrible, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't even downloaded 8.1
I
yet.
keep skipping it.
I keep skipping it.
Ignore forever.
I still have XP.
Good man.
Lucky you.
Either that or just go to 7 already, bro.
XP, says the guy with the glowing apple on the back of his laptop.
Oh, that's my other computer. That's my weekend computer.
Yeah.
That's my weekend computer.
When the freaks come out. I mean, the only good part about them wanting to shut down the Xbox is like they also want to get rid of Bing. So.
Oh, thank God.
It's funny because I just recently saw a commercial like you know how they try to do the Coke Pepsi thing.
Yeah.
Where they're like, we're in San Francisco telling people, see if people can tell the difference between Bing and Google what do you call it? Google search. And they were like, hey, try this and Google search. Like, oh yeah, and then like, now try it in Bing. And like, oh wow, look at all the choices. Like, that doesn't happen.
They're like,
that
tastes like Pepsi.
Yeah.
So when I go to Google.com, or if I even just go to the empty address bar in my Google Chrome, I type in freaking James Caan. It has a whole bunch of results for all the top stuff for James Caan.
Yeah.
And on the right, it has like his profile and a link to his IMDb, and it just shows like his picture, his date of birth, his years active as an actor, and that's just Google information. And it has, do you want to go to his Wikipedia, his IMDb, and all this other stuff? You're just like, yeah, thanks. So yeah,
sure.
There's a button here for his filmography, his freaking like life events or stuff in the news. You're just
a book for his biography off of Amazon. But it's like it's giving you a bunch of different websites, whereas Bing takes you to like the Microsoft bookstore. Takes you to the Microsoft like version of Wikipedia. It's like all the Microsoft stuff that's like not good.
All right, get this. So Bing apparently lost them $1.3 billion in 2013, and that was better than most years.
Wow.
Wow.
Google now knows where I work, and I never even told it. It's like, it's going to take you 32 minutes to get to work today. I'm like, I get a little scared sometimes, but that's pretty cool.
The journey will take place between 8 p.m.
I don't know if I'm scared or astonished.
Light traffic today, 46 degrees. I never even told you any of this.
The bagel you're eating right now tastes delicious.
It's like, I don't know.
No.
It's like, I don't know if I should be scared that it's telling me how much time I have to go to work, Or if I should just take the time to leave early and grab a bagel.
You leave your phone gets a notification that says wash your car. You're like, looking around. Oh shit!
You have the time. Do it.
Don't forget to blow on your coffee. It's hot.
I'll get that. Napkin comes out. The car.
Everything Siri should have been.
Yeah, it's technology.
But your name's ugly as shit.
Yeah.
Siri.
Google.
I have a Google.
One of us.
But yeah, but I don't see them getting rid of the Xbox. It seems like they've invested way too much in R&D, especially now. Like, I think maybe had these guys said that, like, before they started R&D on the Xbox One, let alone released it, they'd be like, okay, maybe we'll sit this next console war out, but seems like at least for the next 5-6 years, they're going to be, trying to get all their money back from the Xbox One.
This is just a weird thing. I've never liked the name Xbox.
Yeah.
I like calling it, like the first one can be Xbox, whatever.
You didn't even get the X from.
Well, the thing is, the first one can be the Xbox, right? It was just a big fucking box with a big X on it. The X was across the whole box. Xbox, sure.
Yeah.
The original. I think the Xbox 360 should just be called the 360.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's just the 360. We're going to call it that anyways. That's why it's not a stupid gripe. But I just never liked the term Xbox.
It feels very 90s.
Box,
because everything, it's X. It means it's extreme.
I think of Degeneration X. That's my...
Yeah, especially with the big green X.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I want my console to start doing crotch chops.
dude, the Xbox One should have been like, we got just 2 words for you.
And like hopping around. You're like, do.
You have to get the Xbox upgrade.
Yeah, that's just a small thing. I never like Xbox as a name for a console.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a box. Like,
to be fair, I never liked PlayStation. I remember when the PlayStation first came out, and that was just like back when I'm still playing Genesis. Like, PlayStation, that sounds lame. More like lame station.
I always thought it sounded cool because of the old school PS1 commercials. That PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
I always thought that sounded cool. But yeah, PlayStation did sound weird. It grew on me though. I just call it. Because, like, PS always sounds better.
PS, it's better than yours.
Yeah. I like PlayStation, like, as far as names go, just this stupid thing that we're talking about. I like how the fact that there's PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
I like it. So
it's
you're just like, because you can just say PS and then put the number in there. It's not like, I played the 1, not the original, the 360, because there's 360, definitely, and you say Xbox and, like, 1. So that's probably not that hard. I'm just being stupid, but...
It's complicated.
I guess just at
it
first,
is pretty convoluted.
Yeah, that's true. This original Xbox, and then the 360, and then the 1. Instead of just PS1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Wasn't that the name of the Dreamcast was originally like codename Dolphin or something?
I thought that was the Wii.
Was it the Wii?
I think it was.
I thought the Wii was like the Katana.
No, the Wii was the Revolution.
Oh, that's right.
The Dreamcast.
So you say
no, the GameCube was a Dolphin.
The GameCube. I knew it was a Nintendo one. That was a Dolphin. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they should have went with that for the Xbox.
That
the X Dolphin.
Cool.
I still like Revolution better for the
Wii
Wii than the actual Wii.
I do too. I like GameCube though.
Like Wii kind of grew on you, but like the Wii, because the Wii play together.
Yeah, they marketed it very well because when the Wii first came out, I was like, the Wii, what? This is stupid. And then it's like, then they had the commercials like, clever.
We play at home. We play at the living room.
we count our money.
Together.
Yeah. It was like a CEO and like Miyamoto like doing like little gestures and stuff, playing like Wii Fit. Let's pray.
Let's pray.
I think it was funny. It's like they got the Wii so right, and it's like, the Wii U. This is gonna be great, guys. We're gonna pick up where we left
the Wii
off.
really was a revolution because it was getting everybody that played it involved.
Yeah,
albeit with like 1 or 2 games. But,
one.
It was in.
Wii Sports,
it was very involved nonetheless. But yeah, that was the whole thing where it's like, and I went to argument with Nintendo diehard person with this before, recently about a month ago. But it's like, the reason why Nintendo doesn't have the third-party support is because people are really, like companies like EA, Activision, Well, Activision's got the Skylanders series on there.
Yeah, it's got the sports titles and Mass Effect.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
Mass Effect was a port for it, where it already came out on 360 and PS3, and it's like, oh, well, you're going to get this secondhand shit instead of, like, a brand new IP or something, like, great, or, Assassin's Creed 5 coming out on it. We're not going to be doing any of those kind of games for the Wii U, or even for the Wii. They didn't really do much, and there wasn't much for them to want to do, you know, because the Wii was just like, well, I mean, you guys already said that you're not going to push our games, but on the same accord, it's just like, well, you know, you don't have much to work with. And on paper, like, the Wii had pretty great specs, but, yeah, there just wasn't a whole lot for them to do, and, you know, just... the Nintendo's, they're just more like focus on their games, and they know that, hey, you know, we got $4 billion in the bank. Yeah. There's not much for us to really want to do. Well, $4 billion on paper, I'm sure they got a lot more than that. But
a lot more than
that. But yeah, the whole argument from my friend, what he was saying was just like, yeah, well, just to sum it up, was just like, well, we got so much money. And we manipulate the nostalgia factor so much that people will just buy our shit regardless.
Yeah,
and that's basically what Wind Waker HD was, and that was what the DS version of Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time.
No. It was a Link to the. It was like a Link to the Past. Sequel.
No, it was Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, Link Between Worlds. It's a Link to the Past with new graphics. That's all it is. I mean, I understand there's probably a new story under it.
He's got a new hat.
Yeah. But it's the same car with the new engine. That's it. Yeah. Same car, new engine.
His outfit is now forest green.
And I think that's what a lot of the hardcore people like us, where we grew up on Nintendo, but now we're like, stop doing it. Now we're all like PlayStation aficionados that kind of feel disenfranchised by Nintendo because, you know, there's a lack of creativity and ingenuity. But on paper, you know, they have really great game specs, but on the same accord, they have no games that any of us want to play. Yeah. But then you have the Nintendo diehards, like, what's that, Robert Burkhalter dude on the NGD Deviants
Robert Langdon
Facebook page. You know, that dude's like all about Nintendo, and like, you know, he will buy every Zelda game that comes out because he loves that. I love the nostalgia factor. It's like, well, I love the nostalgia factor too, but I'm gonna go and grab the Super Nintendo copy of Link to the Past that I have, and I'll just replay that.
Yeah.
Or Super Metroid. I'm not gonna play whatever, you know, trashed out, you know, shit gold-covered version that they, you know, gold-covered shit version that they come out with next, where it's just like the same crap, and like, but all they're doing is just manipulating the nostalgia factor. And what, to make a short story long, what my friend was saying was like, well, you know, as long as they keep doing that, they really don't have to be they don't have to be creative or create ingenuity. Because they always have those people. Yeah. They have those millions of people that will just buy all those old school games, like the Donkey Kong Returns, Donkey Kong Country Returns. Same old boring crap with new graphics, but people ate it up. Yeah. People loved it, and as long as there would be people like that, they have their $1 billion market always and forever.
See, I'm barely on the other side of that. Like, every time they come out with like something like HD, like anything Zelda related, like I immediately want to buy like the console and everything like that.
That's what they bank on.
And I want to do it, and then I keep thinking about it. Like that's how I convince myself to trade in all my games. I just convince myself that anything I buy is not worth it. Just trade it in. Anyways, with the Zelda series, like I know I'm not going to get a Nintendo product. It's not worth it. I know it's not worth it. I've had all these conversations. It's just not going to be worth it just to get one Zelda game, you know?
Yeah.
I see Wind Waker HD remake, and it looks fucking amazing. You're just like, and look at it, and then this is like, it's Wind Waker. I've already played it several times, and I'm just like, Zelda sucks now, man. Like, I don't want to play any Zelda game that comes out.
Yeah.
You know, like you just said, like I didn't even notice it, but like that Link Between Worlds, people have always been saying, oh man, it's like the one of the best ones I've played since Link to the Past, and it makes sense because everybody's saying that. It's because it is basically Link to the Past. It's got two worlds, and you transition between those two worlds.
Actually, when we post this up, a fucking flute. I want there to be a link to a video by a game show. Okay. It's a PBS show called Game Show, and there's actually a segment that he takes the time to put out where it's like, is Nintendo exploiting nostalgia? And he makes the argument for and kind of against, but it's more like, I mean, he's talking about the old school Nintendo games, and I'm sitting there like, oh, and then he's playing like the old, you know,
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, just like, I get the little tingly feeling in the back of my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there like, oh, and then he's like, and I bet you're going to get that tingly feeling. And I was like, I did. I totally, he's just like, I bet you're thinking about it right now. You're thinking about all the old school cool games that you played when you were a kid because of the nostalgia factor. And like, he catches me as I'm thinking about it. I'm like, that is what happens, you know? And it's just from like 5 seconds of Mario footage or Zelda footage that he's showing. And everyone just gets taken back, to 3rd grade. Hanging out with your friends, learning different secrets and stuff and that's what Nintendo kind of banks on.
This is the thing, like especially from just talking about Zelda games with like the people I work with. I mean, the type of people I work with, they like diehard Zelda fans. Like they'll get anything Zelda related, they'll play it, they'll think it's fucking awesome regardless of what it is. And my argument that I tell them is just like, well, it's just the same shit over and over. It's just a new name for a Zelda game. It's like, well, if it's the same stuff over and over, you like Zelda, why is that bad?
Yeah.
I was like, well, it's like I don't want like it's not like a whole new experience. You just title it different, re-render some worlds and stuff like that. But like, oh, so you only like Zelda that much? It's like, no, bro. I fucking love Zelda. I love Ocarina of Time, but I feel like I respect the game enough to not just fucking buy the trash every time they just revamp something because they know exactly what you said, Agamemnon. You played the freaking Zelda theme. And my heart fucking just breaks. You're just like, I want to buy everything all at once.
You want your heart skips a beat, and your wallet opens up.
You're just like, I just want to play a Zelda game, regardless of what it is. But I know when I play it, it's just like this is not taking like the last Zelda game. I felt they took a lot of time into was Phantom Hourglass on the DS. And that was really well made, and I like that they like I already said this before, but I like how they separated the Wind Waker cell shaded Link as like to the mobile titles and kept like the adult Link. They screwed up the adult Link with Skyward Sword. Whatever, like, I enjoy Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Link to the Past. Even though I never beat Link to the Past, but Agamemnon has, so I live it through him. But anyways, I enjoy all these. Like, I am a big Zelda fan.
Yeah.
I do not like Zelda. I do not like any of the current Zeldas that are out right now. You know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm a huge Zelda fan. I do not like what it is right now because it's all it is. I love it for all of 5 seconds, so I bring myself back to reality, knowing that no, this is. They didn't take their time into this. They're just re-releasing the same thing, no new ideas. They're going to put a dungeon in there, like collect this weapon, do this. I don't want to do that again unless I know I'm playing an older title.
Yeah.
I don't want to play that with a new title. Yeah.
For me, I'm kind of two minds because I can kind of see the appeal where even when it is rehashed, it's like, the reason why it's successful because it's one of those things whenever someone makes like a sequel to a game or even a movie, it's like people want. Essentially, a lot of people are going in there because they do want the same thing. They want it changed enough to where it feels fresh, but not enough to where it feels like something completely new.
Yeah.
So I can see the appeal of people saying like, "Oh, okay, this is this link between two worlds. It's the same as that game you already played, but you loved it and you just want to play more of it." So I can see there being a market for that. I think with Nintendo's problem is you have to buy their console to play it,
right?
Yeah. And I think eventually. Like you're saying, your friend was saying that they can do this forever and it's never going to hurt them.
Yeah.
I think with how expensive it is to create these consoles now and the fact that they're not selling as well because Nintendo, all they have is that nostalgia factor, it's eventually going to hit a point where they're not going to be able to afford to compete with the systems anymore.
Yeah.
And they're just going to either have to just focus on handheld or finally bite the bullet and allow their games on other consoles.
Yeah.
Or... lo and behold, create new IPs. I mean, it might happen. I know it's a crazy idea.
Yeah, it's like...
Well, that was the argument that he had made was like, no, Nintendo wouldn't have to do that. Yeah. Even if PS3 and Xbox die, Nintendo is still going to be fine because they have all this money to sit back on. They have all those diehard Nintendo fans to fall back on that they can still come out with a new console and still come out with the old drab crap and still make tons of money off of that.
Yeah.
Like, regardless. Like, but that was his argument. It was, and the way he had put it, it was kind of like, okay, that does make sense.
I think it's short-sighted, though.
It is a little short-sighted.
I think it works, like I said, like, with, like, the Wii U, it's already not making its money back. And, can you imagine, like, whenever they decided to make the replacement for the Wii U? I mean, how is that going to sell any better? It's going to have the same shortcomings. You're going to have this console, if it's going to be competitive, it's going to have a lot better graphics than what the Wii U has, which means it's going to be a lot more expensive just to play Mario.
Yeah.
The people that go out in droves to buy these consoles are the same ones that want to play, Mario 3 rehashed or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're not going to get the core gamers that are going to be driving those sales for you to make up all the money that they spent putting into these consoles. And I think eventually they're just going to hit that wall where they're going to realize, oh, we can't just rehash the same thing over and over again and expect someone to throw down like $300, $400 for the system.
Capcom kind of has done that. Now they've literally hit that wall hard, and they're kind of paying for it now.
That's the thing.
Capcom's the best example of that.
Yeah, I mean, Capcom has like HD remakes releases of like everything they have, except for not the most important one. The most important one to me is Devil May Cry, which they did, but second or third most important, Onimusha. What the hell are they going to do with that game, man? Such a great original IP. Mm-hmm. It's the samurai version of Resident Evil.
Yeah,
just like Devil May Cry is a demon hunter version of Resident Evil. But anyways, it's like when it comes down to like, would you rather? Because I feel like Nintendo has it covered on both sides. Like as far as like, would you rather play just dummy just dummy, no time taken into, just like new Zelda games put out, like new older titles put out constantly, or HD remakes of older titles to just play the same the exact same game again, and like. Nintendo has it covered in both fronts. They're just making a bunch of like shitty Zelda games while putting out HD remakes of previous Zelda games. Whereas Capcom is not they're not really. I mean, for Capcom, I see that they made Resident Evil 6 and they made DMC. Those games were held pretty shitty. Mm-hmm. They weren't very good. So they released the HD remakes at the same time, and the HD remakes of Resident Evil and Devil May Cry made way more money than the newest releases of their games. So I can see it from Capcom's hurting for money anyways.
Oh yeah.
So literally they just I feel like they went back to it because that's the only way that they can at least get some money. And I feel like when Nintendo does it, they're just doing that, and they're just going to continue doing that because that's what's just steadily. That's how they're going. Yeah, that's what their business strategy is. We're just going to keep doing it. Whereas Capcom's like, our other titles are more successful, so let's put them all together in a bundle, HD it, all those shitty HD remakes because they're not true. We just smooth out the graphics and put a little bit more FPS in there, but. Yeah, and they just released that because their older titles are literally better than the newer ones that they made.
Oh, most definitely.
But the newer titles, they were original. DMC was original. Doesn't mean it's not. It's shitty. It's original. Resident Evil 6, they had a new turn on stuff. A lot of features I liked, made it more action-packed. 3 different storylines, but it just wasn't good.
Yeah.
So there's
it's like Capcom's at least trying.
They're at least trying.
Yeah.
It's like, well, here's our older titles. They're cheaper. They're just in a bundle, and they sell way more than the newer games. It's like, like I said,
the lights on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. My biggest gripe with DMC is that it appealed to a lot of new fans. Like I saw Facebook friends saying, "Hey, the DMC game isn't too bad," and then I would give my 2 cents about it, and I'm like, "Yeah, well, that's just you."
Yeah.
But that's the thing is that it created a lot of new fans, but it didn't really bring back any of the core audience.
Yeah.
I played the game and I fucking hated it. It was terrible.
No,
you didn't really care for it too much.
No, because the way I see it, it's like look at the first 10 seconds of Devil May Cry 4 intro to DMC intro.
Yeah,
you have slow motion, very contrasty, silent action scene running towards a church with opera music going on. It's epic.
Yeah.
And then you look, that's what Devil May Cry's, all the Devil May Cry's have always had opera music and a very gothic style cathedrals that you go in. Yeah. You look at DMC and it's like you really can't really describe it.
Alcohol,
you're just like
booze, and
alcohol,
pizza,
booze, pizza covering his
trash.
Yeah, very trailer trash. That's not Dante. Dante's classy. He keeps it stylish.
It has
he's
this
not dirty
reality TV sense to it. That's what I hated it right off
He's not
the bat.
dirty and unkempt or anything like that. If anything, he's egotistical. He's vain. He freaking loves the way he's just cocky. He does what he does. He looks good doing it. Yeah. That's his main thing. He likes killing demons and being stylish.
Yeah. It's even just the level designs. It's in DMC, it's just this post-apocalyptic rundown city. And the first Devil May Cry, there are these beautiful backgrounds.
Yeah, exactly.
It looked amazing.
And even when it looks dark and stuff, Dante, as far as him being a smartass and stuff, he's never that much of a dick to people. He's always helping. Yeah. That's what his job is.
See, Dante was a mixture of James Dean, the Man with No Name, and Deadpool and Bruce Lee.
Well, the thing
all rolled up into one.
Yeah, exactly. So when you talk
with a little bit of Gandhi,
demons. Don't
when you talk to original Dante, you're just he's a smartass, but he's saving your life, and he's gonna do whatever he can to do that, and he'll assure you, like, he'll be a smartass to you, make some quirky jokes, and then, like, as of the DMC Dante, this guy's a dick. Like, who likes this guy? Oh, I'm the protector of Earth. Like, oh, but we have to deal with you.
Yeah,
like,
you know
being
what it
our
reminds me
protector.
of?
Like,
it's like classic Spider-Man versus Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Yeah,
because Spider-Man will make jokes and quips, but he's there to help. That's what he really cares about. Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is a dick that you don't like. And he might help you, but he's just gonna be a dick about it.
But it's only out of obligation.
Yeah.
That's what. Because
we don't want your death weighing on my conscience.
Yeah, exactly. Because you get the original Dante who can weigh out the smartassiness, going with the classical and like gothic theme of and the very operatic like music and stuff, while going to an action sequence with death metal. You're just like, well, that's Dante right there fighting. That's what the death metal is, Dante, and then he's in an atmosphere, like he's surrounded by this glorious atmosphere. Whereas DMC, you're just like, it's not very easy on the eyes for me. It's very harsh, but it looks really it looks original. It's appealing to newer audiences that don't know what Devil May Cry is. But like with somebody who knows, like generally Devil May Cry fans don't like DMC because not just because like, oh, it's shitty and it's fucking Dante and Dante
Yamato.
Yeah, but like very Devil May Cry fan, like literally you just look 10 seconds into the intros, you just see the contrast. Like, no, we're literally not being bitter saying this is not Dante. We're literally saying it's not Dante anymore. It's not, like, in no way an aspect. Virgil's so stupid too.
Yeah, he was cool at first. Like in the first, like when he was introduced, it's cool. But then when he comes back in the bowler hat, I was
just about to. I was thinking that because that was you that got pissed off whenever he had that bowler hat.
Yeah,
I hated his half trench coat.
Oh man,
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's just like I see they're trying to appeal for a different crowd, but it's just like. It just didn't work. Obviously, as a sales show, it's like, people didn't...
Virgil's not a stylish person, though. Like, if you know Virgil from Devil May Cry 3, he is to the point. He's got a freaking combat vest and freaking, like, tight pants with, like, boots. Like, this guy's always ready for a battle.
Yeah.
He just has his badass, Hideki Kamiya, his trademark is trench coats. Freaking Albert Wesker and the freaking... Yeah, anyways. But, like, you're just like, that's Virgil. He's clean cut. He's to the point. Very put together, not much going on. Then the Virgil
almost
like
a military style.
Yeah, very military. Yeah, and then you look at the DMC Virgil. He's got the fucking bowler hat, the half trench coat, and then the slacks, and then like the nice shoes.
It's almost like Dapper, but like failed at it.
Yeah, like failed Dapper.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty terrible.
With the power of Yamato, like bro, you can't even pronounce your own sword.
Yeah,
your father gave you this. The Dark Knight Sparta gave you that sword, and you just.
Man.
Anyways, I'm done. Well, that rant goes on forever.
So that's pretty much how I see like all the Nintendo titles.
Except the only difference is Capcom at least tried to be good. Nintendo's just like, nah.
I don't know that it was Capcom that tried. It was just like they hired someone else to like, hey, revitalize this game. Like, okay.
I just don't understand. Like, what I don't understand is I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know why Dragon's Dogma isn't very popular.
Yeah,
because they didn't market it.
Because
it's a fun game.
It is a fun game. It's cool to look at. It's a Capcom title, and it's original. And you're just like, why isn't this game more popular? And I feel like just because Capcom's on there, you're just like, well, they have like 70 items of DLC that's a buy. It's like,
Yeah, I think they just didn't bother to push it. It's not one of their AAA titles. It's not Devil May Cry. It's not Resident Evil. And Dead Rising was like the other one. Like those seem to be the only ones now. Somewhat Street Fighter. For a long time, they didn't give a crap.
It's like they could have marketed so well in the aspect of like it came out like at the same time as like Skyrim.
Yeah.
You're just like they literally could have marketed where like, no, this is how you battle dragons. You jump on them, you slash at them for like 35 minutes, and then you take them down, and it's epic. And like obviously the dragons isn't the same thing because in Skyrim, there's dragons everywhere. There's dragons around every corner. But obviously, like, they could have marketed it like that. It's like, this is a dragon experience. Like, you would have went head-to-head, But, like, it wasn't even a contest. Like, freaking Bethesda won that out, like, free.
Yeah. Because they put no marketing push at all. Like, I had never heard of the game until you brought it up. Yeah. And then I see it, because I'm thinking, like, maybe it's, like, an older game. It didn't look that great. And then I'm seeing you're playing, I'm like, this game looks beautiful.
Yeah, we gave us the footage for the Let's Play.
Yeah.
And then when we actually sat there and, like, asking questions,
Uh-huh.
and like while we're watching the game and like your recorded footage, it's like, man, this game actually looks pretty badass.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's got like, if you said like all the animations, everything they're doing, like everything's really well, like it's not like there's nothing choppy about it. It's very fluid animations. His head's always looking behind him or something where you're going around. Like all the combat is seamless. I mean, the MT framework combat. It's just really cool.
It's like you can tell it's a Capcom game with the battles, and like in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
The few things Capcom does well, where it's like, these battles look bad.
What they do well is combos.
Yeah.
And like Dragon's Dogma, like you literally, it's an RPG where your party has moves to just set up combos.
Yeah.
Like if there's a guy with a two-hander sword on your team, he has a catapult move where he just puts his two-handed sword, like slants it over like his shoulder and stuff, and basically you can just run up to him and he'll catapult you and let you jump onto a higher ledge.
Like a fastball special.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is, like a fastball special, but he just catapults you. You can either use it for combat, jump on a troll, or just get to a high cliff,
Nice.
It's just cool stuff like that, and they'll hold them in, like you saw me, like you saw in the video, like where they hold them in place while you stab them or something.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool stuff. And like, why don't more people know about this game?
Yeah, they really should. It's a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know why, because it's Capcom.
Yeah, because of Capcom, they don't get that money. They don't get that money anymore.
Man. Capcom just makes me sad. It's like they have potential to be great.
Well, they're bringing. I guess their next 2 titles supposed to bring them back from the dead. Just the new Strider game and Ultra Street Fighter 4.
No, Strider game is not going to do anything.
That to me
I haven't
sounds
seen
like
anything about it.
Sounds like
I don't see it
coffin
selling
nail.
more than like 500,000 copies.
Yeah.
5 copies.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good at all.
No, it looks really like they didn't really care for it. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, this game looks sick." I was like, "Yeah." Like nostalgia just doesn't do it for me.
It looks like something that should just be like free DLC. Like it should be like do you remember Tekken 5 where like they had like a little like Space Invader type game at the beginning? It should be like that.
Yeah.
Like that's all it should be. Like just a fun little Easter egg. That's what it looks like to me.
I honestly don't know where Strider's from.
Oh, what games?
Yeah, what game Strider's
I
from?
think it was just called Strider.
Yeah.
Oh, was it a game called Strider?
Yeah.
I think so.
He wasn't from like rival schools or something.
No. If only, right?
No, he was like it was from like an old school like Nintendo, Super Nintendo era game. That'd be hilarious. He's just sitting in class. Sorry, I got to do Strider business now. It was kind of like Ninja Gaiden like era.
Do you know what Hayato was from? Hayato from Marvel 2?
I think Hayato was from Rebel Schools.
Man, I got it all over. No?
Oh, wait, he's the one with the laser beam sword?
Yeah, he has the beam sword.
Okay.
It was from another game. I forget what it's called. But it was the same game that Gene guy was from.
Yeah, I never
Gene
played those
Starwind.
games. Oh,
No.
Gene Grey.
Gene like Gin.
Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh, man. All right, guess to take us home. I don't know. You remember you had mentioned earlier about Marvel getting rid of the MT framework?
Oh, yeah. After, talk about Marvel so much, let's talk about Marvel.
Marvel getting rid of the MT framework.
Yeah, so, the MT...
Capcom.
Yeah. Yeah, Capcom.
Same thing.
Yeah, Capcom, recently announced, like, last week or so that, last week, that they're getting rid of the MT framework engine, which MT framework is their PS3 engine used to run all of Capcom's games except for Street Fighter 4. Forget the company who does the Street Fighter 4 engine, but just a different engine for Capcom, or just a different engine that Capcom uses for that. But towards everything else, Devil May Cry 4, Dragon's Dogma, Resident Evil, like all the Capcom games that's not Street Fighter, it's all run on the MT framework engine. It's like Marvel vs. Capcom, stuff like that. So they said they're getting rid of it, which a lot of people are expressing sadness.
Yeah,
because it's just it's their PS3 engine, So it's like it's not that style is going away. Like not like Marvel is like not ever gonna be like that again. It's like they're aware, like they basically said like they're like aware that people like the way Marvel vs. Capcom 3 looks, they like the art style, they like the way it plays. They just feel like, it's very, as far as the balancing and stuff, aside from the balancing and stuff, like it's very polished. It's a really smooth engine.
Oh yeah.
As far as combos and stuff goes, and it's universal, works well for Dogma, Evil, and stuff like that. So they're redoing it. They have some footage with the new. I forget what the new engine's called for the next gen systems, but they said they're focusing on this new engine for all of their next gen games, like upcoming. Fighters upcoming, like in all their Capcom games, so it looks really good. It just looks different. And I saw some Dragon's Dogma footage, like the new Dragon's Dogma for the next gen. There's like a sneak peek or whatever, or a teaser of like the new engine. And it looks really good. It just, It doesn't seem like it plays the same as far as like hit detection. Just like the way, just like the way MC Framework feels, like all the hits and stuff. So it looks new. Like obviously they have to move on. So I'm not kind of trying to dog them or anything like that. I just hope they don't change it. I mean, I hope it changes for the better. But I just hope it's. If they make like a future Marvel title, I hope it keeps like at least anywhere near the same feel as Marvel 3.
Yeah.
Just like polished graphics and stuff like that, because everybody loves the Marvel 3 engine and it's really cool and stuff like that, and I just don't want it to immediately change after getting used to it for so long,
Yeah. So since ironically, like that's probably one of the few engines they made that people love that they didn't milk the hell out of. That they probably should have. Like Third Strike, Marvel, and SNK vs. Capcom, like those were the ones I think like they got, the best balance. People love, and they barely did anything with it. It's like, all right, we did it perfect. We should milk this. Nah, let's milk these other games. It's just like one time it would be justified. It would be like, please milk these. I want more.
Yeah, I think it comes down to like, I don't know if the fighting game community is a big enough audience to keep them running as a company.
Yeah.
Like how many people are gonna buy Ultra Street Fighter 4 that's not just nostalgia purposes or actual FGC members,
Well, that's the thing that makes me wonder, like, why even bother with Ultra? Like, I thought they were done. They made Arcade Edition, and they're like, hey, guess what, guys?
5 more
characters. One we still haven't announced. That's sure to be disappointing.
Like, it's cool that you have a 44-character roster. Like, that's what we wanted, but I wanted that for Marvel.
Exactly.
I wanted that.
Wrong game, bro.
Yeah, Marvel has it has like 40-something characters, which is not too much less than Street Fighter 4, but it's Street Fighter 4, and you have so much more potential with a Marvel versus Capcom.
Oh, there's so many characters that are missing.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we've talked about that a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna miss M2 Framework. I just hope it doesn't change too much as far as the feel.
Yeah,
because it does so good. Devil May Cry 4 is so optimized. The frame rate is so smooth, and the graphics are freaking amazing, which is like most of their games always look and play really well.
Oh, for sure.
It's just up to them to make a good gameplay mechanics and story and stuff. But
hopefully they'll take their time and polish it up, and maybe we'll start to see those series that come back, like Onimusha, and maybe
I hope Onimusha comes back. I really do. That's I want John Renault to come back too.
Matilda. Well, just before we sign off, okay, so Hayato's from a game called Star Gladiator, and it was a 3D fighting game in 1993. So it was developed by Akira, which are the same people that developed the Street Fighter EX, which I hated, which is probably why I've never heard of this game.
The 3D one?
Yeah. Oh, God. That terrible game. But anyway, so that's where he's from. So now we know.
Nice, thank you.
And the more you know. No problem. Anyway, this is Prometheus.
This is Bobbybeatle.
This is Agamemnon.
And this has been Save File Corrupted.
Hey, this is Steve from the 12A podcast, where we've got movies and entertainment for you. If you want to learn how to get to second base for $1, check us out on the 4-Eyed Radio Network at 4eyedradio.com.